YouTube faithful, it is Monday. We have WNBA and MLB today, but folks, can you feel it? Can you feel what's in the air? We have NFL quietly approaching in roughly 10 days. Maybe 12 days. Who's keeping an exact count? I mean, I am, but I just can't think right now. But it's coming up, and it's going to be absolutely crispy, my friends. My brothers and sisters in Christ, we will have NFL, and we can put everything else behind us for a few months, and then we get the king of the road, NBA's return, and it's going to be all green beans and fun and games from them forward. But for now, let's continue to grind through this summer, finish strong. We got WNBA and MLB. I'm going to cover the WNBA first, and right out of the gate, Tina Charles, 9.5 rebounds. It's the most popular play on the board for good reason. It is juiced under, though, so what I personally like is 6.5 rebounds. It's a pace-up spot. I believe she can get 7. Asking her to get 10 is going to be a little bit of a stretch. In fact, you can see Tina Charles is going to be juiced under everywhere you look. Jordan Canada, the old wagon of old last season, under 6.5 assists, is juiced at -136. I will take my chances on that. Boston's points rebounds is always going to be looking crispy, and sure enough it is. Griner at 23.5 points rebounds. I got her rebounds earlier at 6. I don't know if they're still up there, but what do you notice here? There's not a lot of value in WNBA this season, particularly right now, like there used to be. It's just everything's pretty much priced right where it should be. So you're going to have to make some gut calls, and that's exactly what I did. This website will give you the odds for every person in real time. You compare it to my projection sheets in my cord, and you get harmony and balance. Use code CRUSH on dgfantasy.com. Links in the description. You get 25% off. I'm doing the Lord's work. So much so that for some reason, my newer MacBook, it's like 2 years old, has been absolutely biting the dust. Probably going to be buying a new one this weekend before NFL, so hopefully I have a good week in PrizePicks, but you know what I'm saying? I had to redo this whole YouTube video because my thing stopped recording midway through and I did the whole video and had no idea. So I'm doing the Lord's work. So now I need you to do the Lord's work. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. So what is my gut call for WNBA today? It's Jewel Lloyd. And probably not what you're thinking, baby. I'm going right down here to the volatile of volatizzles. Don't tell me they took it off the board, dude. Do not tell me this, sir. And they did! Oh my goodness, between now and the first YouTube recording that I did, I had Jewel Lloyd over 2.5 turnovers. It's since been removed. Absolute Cinema was my favorite play. Her usage rate is so high. If they do happen to put it back on the board, please take Jewel Lloyd over 2.5 turnovers. It's not a lock. I never think things are locks, but I did the research and I think it's optimal. I think it's going to hit. And hey, if she sells, she sells. I don't know where you can find it. Maybe we'll go over to UnderDog and see if we can find it, but for now, that's been removed. So what other gut calls do I have for you? Griner, 6 rebounds. If it's still up here, they might have bumped it to 6.5. They might have removed it. Nope, there it is. You can take a shot on this. I don't love it. I don't love the matchup, and I dang sure don't love Brittany Griner, but I do like that it's at 6. I think she could squeeze out 7. Limited exposure. And then as always, y'all, WNBA first half, where is it? You got to look at the wagon, and the wagon herself is going to be Jonquel Jones at 17.5. This is the wagon. She hits more than she sells. I don't care. Is she capable of selling? You betcha, but I will continue to ride this train until I'm forced off. And I mean forced off by she sells me 3 times in a row, because I feel like every time I play her, she's cashing for me, and I will take it. I got my ticket to that train, and I ain't getting off anytime soon. Now, if you want to pair for that, you can go down here to the Wagon 2.0, and that's Miss Dawson. 10.5 fantasy score. I also like her full game. She's a wagon. She's a wagon. I don't care. I will ride these wagons until I'm forced off. I got tickets because she's been cashing me. If you don't have a ticket, take your butt home. You don't got on a ride on that train. But I'll continue to ride it. If she sells, she sells. I'll also take her first half, and I will take her full game at 20.5. Who's coming with me? But when you take these first half stats, you got to be willing to eat chalk. So I ask you, comment guy, are you willing to eat chalk? Because Captain Crush is willing to eat all the chalk, baby. Look at that. It's crispy. I'll ride that train I'm taking it. I've been taking her. She's been a low-key wagon for me on the fantasy side. And like I say, if she sells, well, by God, she sells. So that's what I got for WNBA. You can take Clark or Canada less 6.5 assists. As you can see, 6.66. Her range of outcomes is going to be 5 to 8. It's plus EVs. Not really. It's juiced under, so you could go there. And then for Miss Clark, I love Caitlin Clark every time she changed the game. She's a Roman Reigns, if you will. But where did I take her? I took her over here on chalkboard where she's 36.5. Now, I did have to pay a little bit of juice on that rake. As you can see, 1.53x. And they have discounts today on Ozuna, Judge, Soto, so you can pair them all up. The max is 10. I took this. Ozuna and Clark, bang. I'll take my little 2.25x. I wish I could put more on it, but the max is 10, I believe. Actually, I think the max might be 20. I think I screwed up. The max for UnderDog is 10. I think on chalkboard it's 20. So what I'll do is I'll go max them out with the other discounts there like Soto and Judge. But this is chalkboard. Use promo code CRUSH. You're going to want them for NFL. Trust me, that's promo code CRUSH. You'll get your full deposit match and get in the mix. I'll also give you 30 days of the cord. Man, we're getting this done quick, baby. We're getting it done quick. So now we got to talk about ML Bizzle. And just like I like that Ozuna discount, guess what? I'm going to yarn Ozuna right here. Now for this Braves game, I got the half-baked cookie cutter right here. Whatever, that doesn't even make sense. But I always take Ozuna over half a strikeout, and now is no different. I'm taking it. Over half a strikeout for Ozuna? Oh yeah, baby. I always have exposure to it. Big Poppy Light of this generation's always good for a strikeout. I don't care if it says Wanna's pitching. Captain Crush is pitching on the mound. I'm taking him over for a hitter strikeout. You cannot stop me. But I also like his fantasy score at 7. I think he's due to go yarn. 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. The man's just been getting one single. It's time for Ozuna to get a double and an RBI in the same at bat to put the man at 7. Okay, that'll give us the push skis. And then when he gets brought in, bang, he gets to 9, cash it, or he just goes yarn. And you take his 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, demon, if you got the stones for it. If you don't have the stones for it, then take a hike. But I'm getting me exposure to Ozuna, and you can't stop me, pal. So, what else we got on deck? Well, let's look at the Herbies. What? The Herbies? Yes, the Herbies. Any one of these Cubs are in the mix. They're all due. Suzuki, Happ, Warner, all these guys at 1.5 against the Pirates, particularly Keller, are plug plays. I like them all. So what's it going to be? It's probably going to be roulette. Horner is the most due out of the lot. As you can see, 11051. Suzuki just had a dud, but he's been crushing overall. Same thing with Happ. Happ just went yarn. I had him when he went yarn, actually, on August 25th. Any of these are fine. They're plug plays. Don't lock them in every lineup, but just use them to fill it out. Yordan Alvarez at 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. You betcha. I liked his fantasy score, but they bumped it up, so now I'm taking the 1.5 Herbie. Absolutely. You could take Bryce Harper at 1.5. He's been a hot hand. Same thing with Schwarber. Thing is with Schwarber is he's due regression. And then you got the Bregman, who absolutely went yarn the other day. So I'll take Yordan and fade him. Hopefully Yordan goes yarn. And then, guys, Soto and Judge have been doing big boy things. And if you guys want to continue to ride that train with Soto and Judge, you absolutely can. I ain't going to tell you not to take them. Am I personally going to have exposure to it? Probably not, but I wouldn't begrudge you a bit. Okay, that is where you could go. And if you wanted to take Soto, well, they don't have it. I'd say hitter walks, but they don't have it. Do they have walks for the Judge? You could always take that. I always have some exposure once in a while, but as you can see, it's 1.5. That's unfortunate. I would just want it to be half, but it is what it is. If you want to ride the train with these guys because they're on heaters, you can. Like I said, I'm not talking you off that train. So let's go over to the pitcher strikeouts. Now, what do we got? Well, we don't have any real elite pitchers on this slate, but if you've been playing baseball over the last week, you've been seeing all the elite pitchers have been getting shelled. What could happen to Snell? Robbie Ray injured. Snell bit the dust. There's a few others. I'm having Michael King. I'm having brain freeze right now, but all these guys were in primo optimal spots and they just absolutely didn't get it done. So you have to be careful with that, especially as we get closer to postseason MLB. Things are going to get strange, folks. That's just how it is. Talen's 3.5 strikeouts because he's playing the Pirates is fine. His pitching outs is fine. Bailey Ober against the Braves. I told you I like that game, and I do like Ober's Gobby at 4.5 strikeouts. I think he can get 5 Braves to sit down. As you can see, he's been a mini wagon. again. He did just get 5 against the least strikeout team in the league. He had 9 against Cleveland, 7, 11. All these are good matchups. White Sox and Detroit for that matter. But I do think he can get 5 Braves. Hopefully Ozuna is one of them, but then Ozuna goes yarn. And then I think Ober's pitching outs at 17.5 is a lot. But here's the thing with the pitching outs. Forget looking at it at pitching outs. Look at it as innings. He needs to pitch 6 full innings, okay, to get this. And what happens is towards the 5th and 6th inning, these guys can fall apart. All it takes is one bad inning to ruin it. Yesterday, Martin Perez was at 15 and a half outs. Going into the top of the 4th, he had 45 pitches. You're supposed to average 15 to 16 pitches an inning playing at an elite rate. He was right there. And then he threw 30 in 1 inning, got pulled, shelled, and chalk him. Just like that. Bang. It's 1 inning is all it takes to have a bad inning, so you have to keep that in mind. That is why these pitching outs play more, but 18 outs is usually the top of the range, even when they're playing amazing, okay? If they go further than that, they're having a way above average game, but even just to pitch 6 full innings, that means they're doing something right. So 4.5 Ks as his Gabi or his pitch outs, either one is fine with me. I will have more exposure to the Ks though, because that is obviously easier to get. If he does get 18 pitching outs, which is 6 innings, he likely is going to get 5 Ks. He may even go over his real line. I'm just taking the Gabi because 0.5 in the MLB is crazy big of a difference. So Cabrera comes to mind. He's absolutely been dog water the last 3 starts. Arizona, Padres, Phillies, Diamondbacks. But look, Atlanta 8, Tampa 7. Now he's facing the Rockies. Everybody's been striking out the Rockies. So if you did want to go back to him and give him a shot, you could. I don't know how much exposure, if any, I'll have there. I'm just giving you guys some options. And then you got Pepto-Bismol, Ryan Pepiot. And where is he going? He's in the nut matchup, just like Snell was, just like Ray was. And I've been getting let down by this. Mariners are literally the worst strikeout team in the league right now, period. So at 6.5, seems like a bargain. Even if you go over here to DG, filter it to MLB and you'll see he's going to pop up at the top. I guarantee you he is somewhere. Anywhere. There he is. Minus 134 on Pinnacle, minus 130 across the board at 6.5. I just don't know if I can go there. I'm most likely just going to take his Goblin, if anything. But you could see here, Brian Reynolds over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs is being heavily juiced. So is Bailey over. These are good for us. So you want to get these in quickly before these things change, okay? And these lines are going to change. So that's all I got to say about that. Let's go over to, well, real quick, let me show you what that would look like. Well, no, I don't need to. So Reynolds, hits, runs, RBIs, over. Yeah, you got it. Let's go over to UnderDog and see what we could find. And as you can see, the top one is Fried under, Fried. I call him Fried. That's funnier. Wheeler, Cortez, Judge. I'll probably take Judge, and then I'll probably take, let's see, Judge and Bryce Miller and call it a day. That'll be my UnderDog 2-man. 10 to win 30, nothing crazy, something light, and there you go. Now here, why UnderDog has improved their interface, which is great. They have goblins, peppers, demons, whatever they call them, and now you can get a $1,000 bonus using my code, up to $1,000 obviously, depending on what you deposit. Promo code CRUSH gets you in the mix. 30 days of the Discord, and they're giving new users a free NFL square coming up. You can't beat it with a stick. You're gonna want UnderDog for best ball for NFL and everything else. I will be doing live best ball streams this week. You may be sitting there being like, what is a Discord? Well, that is how I run my paid service. It is where I put my projection sheets. I host my live streams. I give my daily playlist, all of it. That's where the community hangs out, and it's linked through Dub Club, okay? So these are what my projection sheets look like every day for baseball. I do them for NBA, NFL. NFL Week 1's already out. I do a daily playlist that looks just like this. This was Sunday. It was a light date. I'm just showing you as an example. And then the live streams are down here where you go today at 4:45. We'll cook live. We'll answer questions and everything else. General chat is where everybody hangs out. And to get there, you sign up with any of my partners. I give you a 30 free day trial. Or you go to CaptainCrush.net and buy it direct. $24.99 gold package right there, 1 month. It's 83 cents a day. You're going to get your coin worth. I guarantee it. Give me a shot. We're coming up to the NFL. I still have that 6-month discount. It's $25 off. I feel like I'm giving the best value in the industry. So that's that, y'all. I'm having having some technical difficulties here trying to work out. This is my 5th take to do this YouTube video, so I'm sorry about that. Sorry it's so late. I think it's time to get a bigger MacBook with more storage or figure out how to wipe my hard drive clean. But the fact is this, CaptainCrush.net gold package. Let's do NFL together. We're going to start doing best ball. I appreciate you guys. Week 1 projections already out. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.